me hear you! Everybody! On one, on two, on three!
All right. Well, Dad, welcome to our first video blog that we're doing together here for the Boys of Summer page. How are you today?
I'm just fine. Feeling good.
Good. Now, you just took an exciting trip. Where'd you go?
Went to Phoenix, to Scottsdale, and to Tempe.
And don't hold out, man. What were you there for?
Well, we were there for spring training.
Ah, excellent. Okay. So who did you see in your couple days of, which games did you see in your couple days down there?
We saw the Giants play the Mariners, we saw the A's play the Giants, and we saw the Mariners play the Giants.
So, and give me your impressions. I know you mentioned the first park, which was the Giants park. Is that correct?
Yes.
Give me your impressions of the ballpark and then of the game, the first one.
Well, they're definitely showing off their World Series status. They were sold out. They had 11,000 people there. The buzz around the stadium kind of reminded you of a mini Wrigleyville or Fenway. They're really pretty proud of what they have, and the fans are showing up to boost or to back them. You know, the spring training is a little bit different animal. They got the teams divided up, so you don't have full teams. You got half the team playing in one stadium, half the team playing in another. So it's a much more laid back kind. Yeah, in the middle of the game, there's Mariners doing wind sprints out in the outfield. Well, game number 2 was at the A's stadium, and where is that, in Tempe?
I believe you're right. Yeah, it's not far from ASU.
And it was a much smaller turnout. I'd say about 3,000. Much more relaxed atmosphere. We had better seats, and that was more comfortable seats.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? That I mean, there's a give take because yeah, success does potentially at least bring a lesser comfort level in terms of watching the game because you're simply have a larger crowd and more difficult to get. Prices will go up, but you know, again, so I guess it gets back to the question: what is the what is the inherent cost of winning? You know,
yeah.
Giants games at home at AT&T are already, I think they've been hot tickets regardless, pretty much. I imagine they just got to be through the roof this year.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, and it won't be the case with the A's.
Well, and it hasn't been. I mean, I don't know that the A's games, even during their Bash Brothers years or some of the better years of Billy Beane's run, at least regular season, really have ever been that big of a ticket item. I know, you know, I remember What's Up Wednesdays were a big deal because I think you could get hot dogs for $1. But, you know, they draw well, and they certainly draw well when the Red Sox or the Yankees come to town. But comparatively speaking, it's a different kind of fan base.
Yeah, no question about it.
You know, a longtime passionate A's fan myself. I loved the Coliseum, or at least before it became the Mount Davis version of the Coliseum. You know, when I used to go a lot, I thought it was a great place to see a game. I know it's a little lesser so now. I still have huge nostalgia for it, so I enjoy going. Does it compare to the creature comfort of AT&T or the scenic beauty of the Bay and all that stuff? Absolutely not. But for me, it's enough to be seeing the team I want to see that I prefer. I much prefer to go to an A's game than I do to a Giants game. That's me. How about you?
Yeah, and something to be said for the ease of getting in and out. That's certainly part of the experience is traveling to and from. And while the Giants is pretty good, you got a bit of a disconnect with the where you get off, and then you have to transfer to a local rail in order to get to the stadium, rather than just walk across the street like you do with the A's when you take the BART.
Yeah.
So, the weather is definitely better for the A's, and that's no small thing.
Okay. And then the final game. Who'd you see in the final game? It was the Mariners and the Giants, is that right?
Mariners and the Giants at the Mariners Park. It was really quite nice. It was something right in between the A's and the Giants. It had a better turnout. It's probably because of the Giants.
Do you know if the Mariners split that park with anybody? Do they share that one?
They do. It was with the Padres, and there may be another team, but it's definitely the Padres.
I think a couple teams have come from the Grapefruit Leagues in the last year or two. That the Cactus League has gotten a little more populated.
Yeah, Dodgers are there now. Yeah, I was gonna say we were seated behind first base, not far from where we were at Fenway when we were with uh,
Colleen's dad.
yeah, Colleen's dad,
Yeah.
and that was a real hot spot. The guy sitting next to Jim got hit in the nose with a bat.
Ouch. Did he get the bat?
Yeah, he got the bat and he got it signed by Jack Cusp.
That's right. Cuss is with the Mariners now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. How'd he look?
Well, he's pretty good at throwing the bat. That was a long way.
So overall, spring training, a good experience?
It was a good experience. I tell you, you don't go there to see teams in their full glory. They're trying to make decisions. They're trying to see new talent. So you just go there and get the sunshine and watch a few hits and a few catches, and don't worry too much about the outcome because you're not seeing the real teams.
It's more about the experience, huh? I'm gathering the community, the whole feel of it, right? I mean, this is some of the romance of baseball.
Yeah, it definitely is. That if you're, it's about the people in the stands and the sunshine, and it doesn't really matter too much who wins. Although you're always cheering for the home team or whoever you're cheering for. It kind of doesn't matter because there's no win-loss record in spring training.
Spring training is one of the truly magical parts of baseball that holds and keeps it special and unique, I think.
Yeah, because of the time of the year and everything's new and everybody's hasn't lost a game yet and nobody's gotten injured yet, hopefully, or very few people have gotten injured.
It's the hope springs eternal time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's neat. Well, thanks so much, Dad, for your time and talking about that.
Happy to do it.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up. This is the end of Boys of Summer blog number 1. Thanks so much, Dad. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.